My name is Stacy Ellison, and I'm the class supervisor for the Guide Dog Class California 997. We are live streaming from Guide Dogs for the Blind, California campus. Thank you for joining in our celebration today. Whether it's your first, third, or 29th graduation, we're so glad you're here, whether in person or virtual. Today we are here to celebrate 4 new OMI, Orientation, Mobility, Immersion clients who are graduating today. We are honoring 2 new breeder dogs and their custodians, 2 new canine buddy partnerships, and 4 new guide dog teams. Whoop whoop, yay. All right, so now let's applaud all of those who've made their generosity who've made today happen. We really do have a special community here at Guide Dogs for the Blind. Our puppy raisers. Thank you so much for doing what you do, helping us create a special dog for their special roles here at Guide Dogs for the Blind. We literally could not do what we do without you. We can tell, that you put your heart and soul into these dogs, and it shows. So we'll be hearing from a number of puppy raisers today. Looking forward to that. It's always the best part of our program. All right, our donors. Thank you for helping us provide a lifetime of support for our alums at no cost to them. We receive no government funding, so your support is critical for our mission and achieving our mission. Now, it is my understanding we have some special major GDB donors in the audience today from Danville, here to support one of our new breeder dogs. Thanks for being here in person today. We'd also like to acknowledge Jim Schwartz and Jim Zayak for naming new guide dog Hattie, giving her name. And boy, we have a lot of donors to celebrate today and thank the Sorensen Foundation of Midvale, Utah, for its lifelong guide dog team sponsorship of Elaine Pfister and Fate. This is a huge deal, guys. And the Cruel Foundation of Irvine, California, for its guide dog sponsorship of Morgan Lopez and Tiago. And lastly, we would like to acknowledge the ongoing support by Lillian Tremoroli for her underwriting of all of our harnesses for the whole calendar year of 2024. Fantastic. And lastly, I'd like to, not lastly, but second to last, volunteers and staff. Thank you for all you do to support the mission. Whether you work directly with our clients, thank you, residential team, and volunteers. Whether you train and care for our dogs or work in admin, every role is important. We are so grateful. Thank you. And finally, as the supervisor for the guide dog class, I would like to thank the 4 guide dog teams, the clients. You guys have worked so hard these last 2 weeks. We wish you well as you transition home. Congratulations. And now what we'd like to do is show a video called We Are GDB. It's one of our new videos. This video is audio described, so in addition to the narrator, you'll hear a second voice that describes each scene. It's also closed captioned with subtitles, so we're hoping that all of these features help make this video accessible and inclusive for all. Enjoy.
At Guide Dogs for the Blind, we believe that everyone deserves to move through the world safely and confidently, to live the life they want to live.
A man and his guide dog walk through a park.
Our life-changing programs meet people who are blind or visually impaired wherever they are along their journey, whether that's by matching individuals with highly qualified guide dogs, providing guide dog readiness skills in our Orientation and Mobility Immersion program.
A man holds
My name is Renee Carrasco. My dog's name is Snoopy.
Renee sits in front of a fireplace.
So the reason that I wanted to get a guide dog was because I came across some videos from Guide Dogs for the Blind, and that was my introduction to guide dog travel.
Renee and Snoopy walk along a city sidewalk and cross a street at an intersection.
What I saw was the ease of travel, the speed that the guide dog handler would move with. That's what I wanted for myself. And not only that, but it was also the companionship.
Renee and Snoopy play with a tug toy outside in the yard.
Working with Snoopy has changed my life dramatically because there's so much freedom that comes along with having a guide dog. It's made the hard parts of blindness not so hard.
Renee sits next to Snoopy and gives him a pat on the chest.
I feel like my outlook on life and the world is so much more positive having Snoopy in my life.
My name is Amit Ahuja and my guide dog's name is Tashi.
I had the opportunity to complete Guide Dogs for the Blind's Orientation and Mobility Immersion Program.
Amit stands on a path with his white cane.
And not only did it help me learn to navigate my environment more safely using a white cane, it also made me an even more confident guide dog handler.
My experience was just fabulous.
Amit and his O&M instructor analyze an intersection and cross a city street.
We trained in different locations, practiced different skills, worked out a way to analyze a traffic crossing. I think GDB has transformed my life. To say that it's meeting my needs would be an understatement.
My name is Ella, and this is my canine buddy, Lafferty.
Ella sits on the floor of a living room next to a black lab.
Lafferty is just so amazing in many ways. He's such a good boy. He brings me so much joy and is one of my best friends.
With kids with visual impairments,
Ella's mom, Christy McKerney.
the struggle is real for social contact. It's hard to make friends sometimes. And with Lafferty, he's an automatic draw for all kids, which is wonderful. Lafferty has totally opened up, for Ella, new social connections.
Back to Ella.
I would recommend canine buddies. They're just really good dogs, and they can change a person's life and make it better.
All of Guide Dogs for the Blind services are provided free of charge, and our work is made possible by the generous support of our donors and volunteers.
Renee sits next to Snoopy on the grass in the park.
We receive no government funding.
This organization has made such a huge impact on my life and the lives of so many countless people, and the donors are the ones that make that possible.
Close-up of Snoopy.
Thank you so much.
Ella and Lafferty.
Thank you.
From the bottom of
Programs, and to support our work, please visit guidedogs.com or scan the QR code.
What a cool video, huh? It highlights our three main programs here at Guide Dogs for the Blind. Our Guide Dog program, our Canine Buddy program, and our Orientation Mobility Immersion program. I'd like to now invite Angela Smith up to introduce the OMI clients of CA997 24.
Thank you, Stacy. Yes, I'm Angela. I'm one of the orientation and mobility instructors on call here that helps out with the OMI program. The orientation and mobility immersion is a 1 to 2 week program, and it's designed to provide people who want to improve their independent travel skills and guide dog applicants with the O&M training they need to qualify for a guide dog. The O&M immersion program provides a bridge to those who would like to partner with a guide but have limited access to O&M services. So I'm joined now by our O&M graduates, and Stephanie Zabitz, our Senior OMI Program Specialist. So I'm going to introduce you to our graduates. On the end to my left, we have Kelly Feed. She's a writer from Mill Valley, California. She lives with her husband and sister. She also lives 0.8 miles from her son and 3 grandchildren, and 1.4 miles from her other son and an additional 3 grandchildren. Kelly loves to work out, cook, garden, and write. To my immediate left, we have Amber Haslup from Oakland, California. Amber likes to spend time with her guinea pig and her sister, Danielle. She enjoys going for walks and is currently a student of psychology. She's also recently been accepted into our guide dog program, so we're very excited to have her back in class soon. Congratulations, Amber. To my right, I have Siobhan, Siobhan Kilburn. She lives in Victorville, California with her husband and a golden retriever camper. She likes to take care of plants, cook, play video games, and read. Congratulations, Siobhan. And last but not least, we have Kathy Peary. She lives in Washington, D.C. with her husband. Kathy likes to sing, work out, travel, and take long walks. Her daughter, Sarah, lives in Nashville, Tennessee. And Kathy is accompanied today by her current guide, Oahu. And she's also been accepted into class for a successor guide, so we look forward to having her back soon as well. Congratulations, ladies. And at this time, I'd like to invite any of you to say a few words if you'd like to. Kathy?
Yeah.
Right up
So
to your chin.
I just want to express my very deep and huge gratitude for the entire guide dog community. If I tried to mention every aspect of this amazing community, I'd be in an Oscar overtime moment. So, but it's just so wonderful how this organization makes our lives more special and so much better. So thank you all very much.
Thank you, Kathy. And I think we have a very special poetry reading from Kelly.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Well, you've heard the phrase OMI, and that is the affectionate term we have here for orientation and mobility immersion. But it takes a little getting used to, so here's a little poem to help you get a little used to it. Okay. OMI? Oh my. OMI? Oh my. Well, we listen, we step, we try. Oh me, oh my. Oh me, oh my. We hear, we stride, and man, we fly. And we just want to say thank you to our fabulous instructors, led by Stephanie and Angela and Emily and Steve. And we want to say thank you too to Mark and the rest of the GDB staff and all the volunteers. And just to let you know that we all know what a 5-phase intersection is now. We know what it's like to feel the parallel surge, the near parallel surge, and even the channelized exit. And we last want to say thank you so much to the donors who have helped us find our path, literally, and give us this newfound independence. We thank you so much.
Thank you, Kelly. That was so great. One more big round of applause for our graduates. We'll find our seats. And now I'll pass the mic off to Allie Hance. She's one of our apprentice guide dog mobility instructors.
Hello, thank you for everyone for being here today. It's so good to see so many people out here. Like Angela said, my name is Allie Hance, and I am an apprentice guide dog mobility instructor, and I had the pleasure of instructing 2 new guide dog teams here in class. My teammate, who is unfortunately not able to be here today, her name's Claire Lizito, also an apprentice guide dog mobility instructor, instructed the other 2 guide dog teams, so I know we both had a blast, and I know she wanted to be here today, but she's off celebrating her birthday, so she told me not to say that, but I did. Anywho, I'm now here to present a couple new breeders to our new breeder colony. Here at Guide Dogs for the Blind, we breed Labrador Retrievers, Golden Retrievers, and Lab Golden Crosses that are specially selected for excellent temperament, intelligence, and health for our guide dogs and canine buddies. Once a dog is added to the breeding program, it is placed into a carefully screened, loving custodial home within a 15-mile radius of our San Rafael campus. Our first breeder is Chipper, a male golden retriever raised by Leslie Mendel Graham and Mark Graham of Danville, California. And Leslie and Mark will also be Chipper's breeder custodians.
So I get to be the puppy raiser. Chipper was our 20th puppy that we've raised for Guide Dogs for the Blind. And he's already had one appointment, and his current litter is in the puppy kennels, and we'll be getting one of those puppies. It'll be an F litter puppy, and he will be our 21st puppy. Chipper is our first golden retriever that we've raised who's 100% golden from puppyhood. We wanted to wait a little bit. My wife, well, she'll explain why we waited in a second. We've been, as I said, we've been puppy raisers for 19 years now, through both the Pleasanton Tri-Valley Club and the Danville Puppy Raising Club. And I want to thank all of the members of our club that made it here today. Thank you very much for being here. Especially our leaders, Mary Alice and Maureen, for the support and everything that they've provided that we've done for this. And I guess I'll turn it over to you now.
Okay, so now I get the leash because I'm the breeder custodian. Come here. Come here, Chipper. We were very confused who was who. But I had to retire from working at a school to get Chipper because I brought all my dogs to school, and I was afraid a golden retriever would be whiny in the crate and have digestive problems and need to get out, and he wouldn't be, a stable lab-like dog. So we got Chipper, and turned out he was like the perfect dog to be at school. So he missed out on that experience, but now, besides being a breeder, he's a therapy dog and is just wonderful with children, and I take him back to my elementary school where the kids read to him in the library every Monday. So he's a dual-purpose dog. So I wanted to say something about how we got involved in this, and if anyone thinks, oh, I could never do this, give my puppy away. It's just like the best thing we ever did, a wonderful family thing. We have our daughter, who's hiding back there in the corner somewhere, to thank. She saw a PBS special on dogs, and she saw a girl take her dog to school because it was a guide dog puppy. She says, I want to do that. I think she was in 2nd grade. Then when she was in 3rd grade, her Girl Scout troop did a presentation and gave everyone brochures on guide dogs. And then finally, when she was in high school, we were ready to do it, and she raised our first dog. And she was cleaning out her desk, and she found those brochures from 3rd grade. So thanks for, and then she went off to college and left us holding the leash. That was on dog number 2, and we just never stopped. So it's a wonderful organization, and Chipper will be holding office hours over by the cookies and coffee when we're done. If you need to say hi to him, he needs to say hi to you, I'm sure.
Thank you so much. Our next breeder dog is Kendra, a female yellow Labrador Golden Retriever cross raised by Elizabeth Wayman of Reno, Nevada, Sarah Christian of Reno, Nevada. Kendra's breeder custodian is Laura Baruch.
You can take a step towards my side.
Thank you. My husband Roland is also here. He makes it possible for me to raise puppies, at least. Roland and I have we're currently raising our 7th puppy for GDB, so we're kind of newbies compared to you guys. Numbers 4 and 5 graduated as guides, and Kendra, number 6, is our first breeder, and we are just so very proud of her. She truly is exceptional, and she was an absolute joy to raise. She's smart, and she loves learning new things, and she has the confidence of a dog many, many times her size. She is absolutely amazing, and we're thrilled that the breeding department recognized that fact. You chose a really good one. In addition to being completely brilliant, Kendra is also incredibly sweet and funny, and she loves to snuggle. Once again, GDB has done their matching magic, and I can't imagine a better home for our sweet girl than with this wonderful family. Laura and Lucy and Rich and Jack, thank you for loving her and welcoming her into your hearts and your home. We love you, beautiful girl, and we'll be anxiously awaiting the arrival of our very first grandpups, and also to welcoming one of them into our home as puppy number 8.
Hi, my name is Lucy, and I want to say a few words about Kendra. Kendra is such a special dog. She's been selected to have puppies for Guide Dogs for the Blind. On her journey to get here, she needed to learn a lot of things, like how to settle in public and how to behave in the house. And that's where her puppy raisers, Mr. and Mrs. Wyman and Sarah, came in. They took care of her, taught her, and gave her all the love she needed. So to Kendra's puppy raisers, thank you. Thank you for helping Kendra become the amazing dog she is today. She's the best.
Let's give a round of applause for our 2 new breeder dogs. I now would like to honor 2 new canine buddy teams. These teams are not able to be with us in person today, but they have virtual submissions that I will be reading aloud. Our Canine Buddy program matches specially selected dogs to become buddies to people who are blind or visually impaired, including children 5 and above, and adults of all ages. Canine Buddy dogs are not service dogs, but are wonderful companions that bring joy in our connection to the GDB community. The Canine Buddy program is one of our core client programs, and teams have access to the same level of service as our guide dog teams. So we have 2 clients today that I would like to honor. Bill Shook of Yorba Linda, California, received Sophie, a female black Labrador Retriever raised by Nancy Palavinci of Arlington, Texas, and Monica Hindmarsh of Humboldt, Texas. And Bill wrote a note that I will be reading aloud. Bill received Sophie the day after Christmas, and she has been his very special canine buddy ever since. This is a picture of them going for a walk on Sophie's first glamping trip at Lake Havasu, Arizona. They both had a great time playing and walking. In this photo are 2 images. In the first, Bill and his wife Jeanette stand on a grass lawn with Sophie sitting between them. Sophie is wearing her blue canine buddy scarf, and Bill and Jeanette are holding hands and smiling at the camera. The second photo is of Bill and Sophie walking on a beach. And here's a quick note that Monica, Sophie's puppy raiser, sent in. Sophie was our very first GDB puppy and the perfect introduction to GDB. We helped raise her from 8 weeks old to 5.5 months old. She was a playful, cuddly, easygoing, and eager to please. She loved playing with the boys, training games, and going with us around town. We are so proud of Sophie. And in the photo are 2 images. First image is Sophie as a young puppy the day she went to her razors, looking at the camera with her big puppy eyes. The second image is Sophie sitting in her green puppy jacket on the floor with the Hindmarsh boys, Ethan, Matt, Noah, and Danny. Let's give a round of applause for Bill and Sophie. Our next Canine Buddy graduate is Dana Corder of Lawrence, Iowa, who received Warner, a male yellow Labrador Retriever Golden Retriever cross raised by Yuka Hiramatsu of Irvine, California. And here, we can give her an applause. Congrats. Here's what Dana said. Warner is a handsome, affectionate boy with just the right amount of mischief. He has brought joy, fun, and companionship into our home that we miss so very much after the passing of late guide dog Tebow. Warner and Sherry have been working on leash skills, and he loves to cuddle with Dana. Team Warner is working like a well-oiled machine. In the photo are 2 images. In the first image, Dana and his wife Sherry pose with Warner in front of a short stone wall in their yard. All 3 are looking at the camera, and Warner is wearing his blue Canine Buddy scarf. The second image shows a very handsome Warner on the stone back porch wearing his Canine Buddy scarf and looking at the camera. And Yuko also wrote a short note as well. Warner is a very sweet boy who is our family's 4th GDB puppy and will forever hold a special place in our hearts. As a puppy, Warner learned his commands very quickly and enthusiastically ran to the paw pad, making his training sessions especially exciting. He was a very polite dog, always making sure to show his thanks after eating a meal with his cuddles and wagging tail. Although he was not very good at playing hide and seek, he loved to play tug of war with all of our family members. Despite his big stature, he grew into a very trustworthy dog who learned to be gentle and extremely caring, making his personality all the more lovable. Although we miss our long cuddle sessions and walks in the park with our Mr. Warner, we know that he's doing a fantastic job as a canine buddy with his new companions. We wish Dana and Warner many years of great partnership. And in this photo is a male yellow cross Warner in his GDB vest and head collar looking straight at the camera. Congratulations to Dana and Warner. Next up, I would like to introduce our 4 new guide dog teams. Here at Guide Dogs for the Blind, our guide dog program is a 2-week program where clients are matched with a dog that is compatible with their lifestyle to enhance their mobility. We provide a variety of training models that include both in-home training and in-residence training. Our first graduate today is Jennifer De Los Santos. Jenny resides in Santa Rosa, California. Jenny is a full-time college student majoring in psychology. She is excited to go on adventures with her new guide dog. Jenny is receiving her first guide dog, Hattie, a female yellow Labrador Golden Retriever cross raised by Diane Theophilou of Simi Valley, California, and Stacy Larson of Simi Valley, California.
Hattie, sit. Stay. Hi, everyone. Well, I first want to thank everybody here at GDB, the instructors, the class supervisor, the RAs, and the cooking staff. I ate a lot the past 2 weeks, more than I'm used to, so that was really good. I also want to thank the people who believed in me when I didn't think that I could do it. My parents, my mom, my dad, my grandparents who are here, my siblings, and my roommates. And I'm really excited to take Hattie home because she's really, I don't know, like, she came at the most perfect time, and I can't wait to go on many adventures with her. And also, she's going to be having 2 extra friends to play with because I also live with two other guide dogs who are Jim and Adonis, and they're also here today. So I'm excited to see what adventures we're going to go on, all three of us together.
Hi, I'm Diane. Co-raising Hattie Girl was such a pleasure. We love her so much. She was just probably the easiest dog that we had the fun to raise. Such a snuggler, too. Lots of good memories, and we're excited. I was just praying for a young woman to take this girl and have tons of adventures, because I know Hattie's ready for it. So we're beyond excited. She's puppy number 13 for me. She was a charter stock, so now Stacy and I have another dog we co-raised that's in phase 8, so we hope to be back next month. We're really hoping. And then we have one of Hattie's puppies named Cassidy at home that we're also co-raising. So we are definitely family with Hattie, and now with Jenny too, and we're so excited about it. So thank you.
I am Stacy, and as you heard, I co-raised Hattie with Diane, and I can't look at her. I can't look at her. She's just, I know. And it's been a long wait for us. She was recalled a year and a half ago, so the wait for her to have a litter of puppies, be spayed, go into training, and now finally become what she was meant to be has been a long wait, but well worth the wait. And when I looked up her name, it's not surprising to me, but the name Hattie means ruler of the home. And if you know Hattie or just see her demeanor, she will be the ruler of her home. And we're so happy for Jenny and for Hattie. And every time I come to graduation, I'm reminded of this phrase that Dr. Seuss had. And it says, don't cry because it's over, smile because it happened. And so I'm not very good at that. I'm working on it. But we just wish Jenny and Hattie all the happiness in the world.
Congratulations. Our next graduate is Morgan Lopez. Morgan resides in La Mesa, California. Morgan is recently retired, and he enjoys traveling and paddleboarding. Morgan is receiving his first guide dog, Tiago, a male yellow Labrador Retriever raised by Carolyn Wilkinson of San Francisco, California.
Thank you. I would like to thank everyone here for attending the graduation, and thank you for supporting your loved ones, and a big thank you to GBD, as it's truly a world-class organization. My heartfelt thanks goes out to Tiago's puppy raisers, the Wilkinson family, who masterfully and lovingly made Tiago who he is today, which is a athletically gifted, super talented dog. And GBD is on target again for matching me up to Tiago, because in Portuguese, Tiago means the may God protect. So guaranteed that Tiago will pretty much have his own Instagram account at Tiago the Guide Dog, and where his many adventures will be posted. Much respect and gratitude to my guide dog handler, Claire. Her invaluable patience and guidance and knowledge is just so much that I have to thank her. And to Stacy, the supervisor. Stacy, your encouragement, as well as your leadership skills in planning our daily activities, it's obvious that you have great passion in what you do. GDB is a world-class organization, from volunteers like Frank, who picked me up at the airport, to the many volunteers who helped at our lunch, breakfast, and dinners. Speaking of lunch, breakfast, and dinners, the excellent staff and chefs here, especially Chef Danny and the three other chefs. Our meals, all of our meals were exquisite. We had meals from beef bourguignon to just eggs Benedict. It was just great. And I admit that I spent time in my room trying to plot a way for Danny to come down and his crew to San Diego. I would like to thank the nursing staff for the excellent care that they've given us. And not only has the care extended to this facility, but to the various routes that we took every day. So I'd like to give a shout out to the nursing staff. You know, these lovely animals are so well taken care of, from the DNA testing to the wonderful puppy raisers, volunteers, GBD field supervisors, veterinarians, and the dog handlers, just to name a few. There's about $100,000 that is invested in these guide dogs, and I'm so very blessed and fortunate that the Kroll Family Foundation sponsored Tiago. Thank you so much for your generous contribution. To my classmates, Jenny, Matt, and Elaine, I've learned so much from you, like courage, bravery, and fortitude. I will leave you with this beautiful quote: "A happy life consists not in the absence, but in the mastery of hardships." And that's Helen Keller. Thank you once again. Thank you very much.
The Wilkinson family were unable to attend in person today, but they did submit a note for Morgan and Tiago. Dear Morgan, my family and I are absolutely heartbroken that the timing wasn't on our side to be able to be with you and Tiago in person at graduation. It is such a full circle moment, and we have so much to say to you in person. Thankfully, through this letter, we can tell you a few things about how Tiago was the most special puppy to raise. Not only was he our first puppy to raise for GDB, but he had so much personality as a little, not so little puppy. When they handed him to us through the window at the puppy center, we couldn't believe how big and wrinkly he was. He was the cutest bundle of excess skin and jackrabbit-like back legs. He always made us laugh with his snoring, pushing through doors with his head, and all-around goofiness. However, we were also so amazed at how much he loved to learn and work. From early on, Tiago understood the difference between being in the puppy vest and out of the puppy vest, and the difference was extreme. He would go from zooming around the house and bumping into things to completely dialed in and well-behaved at a restaurant, in the grocery store, or on the bus. Tiago brought so much joy into our household, and he was a true gentleman with our other two senior dogs. One of his nicknames was Sweet Tea because he really did ooze sweetness as a puppy. Not only was he sweet, but incredibly consistent. Our wonderful PFM Gail once referred to him as Steady Eddie, which is the best way to describe him as he's matured into an adult dog. Always dependable, always so sweet and loving, and mostly easygoing. And yes, he grew into his wrinkles and back legs into the most handsome guy. Don't tell our current puppy in training Voyager. Our family is so happy and excited for you and your future with Tiago. He is an incredible dog, and you both are going to have the most amazing journey together. We are thrilled that you both have found each other. It was truly meant to be. Much love to you and Tiago. Give him a big squeeze for us, and we hope to cross paths one day. Congratulations, the Wilkinson family. And on the photo on the screen behind us, the Wilkinson family, Drew, Parker, Caroline, Sophia, and Barry in the Puppy Center Learning Lab the day they received Tiago. Caroline is in the middle holding little Tiago. Congratulations to Morgan and Tiago. Our next graduate is Elaine Pfister. Elaine resides in Salt Lake City, Utah. Elaine is a stay-at-home grandma who loves adventures. She enjoys puzzles and crocheting. Elaine is receiving her third guide dog, Fate, a female yellow Labrador Retriever raised by Annie Martin of Oakley, California, and Marjorie Webster of Merced,
I just want to say a very special thank you to my family for making the arrangements so that I could come up here. It was a lot of juggling for everybody. The staff that's up here is just amazing. They bent over backwards to make this whirlwind happen. We had a lot of issues going on this time, and they were here for me. One moment, Faith. No. Hold it up for just a second. And it's truly an honor and a privilege to be sponsored by the Sorensen Foundation of Midvale. They do a lot of work in my community, and it's amazing to see some of the things that they've done, and I'm just really honored that they are sponsoring us as a lifetime team. And thank you for the contribution to guide dogs. It means the world to me. And I want a very, very special thank you to my puppy raisers. They'll be a lifetime family member. And just all the staff, the trainers here are amazing. I love Allie, thank you very much. You did a wonderful job with her and with me. Sometimes I have 2 left feet. Her and Stacy I've worked with a lot, and it's been a wonderful, wonderful 2 weeks. Thank you very much.
So I'm Annie, and I actually started Fate. She was a transitionary puppy until I got the puppy that I raised that actually graduated last class here a month ago. So Fate, I don't know what they do here, but it is phenomenal because she's my 10th puppy. I'm on number 12 now. She was perfection. Perfection, this tiny, cute little perfect puppy that I'm a high school student or a high school teacher, and my students thought I brought in a stuffed animal because she was so tiny and she was curled up, and they're like, that's not real. I said, she's real. She's going to be here with us for 2 weeks. And she just was such a joy and so great, and she had mentor dogs at my house that she got to learn from for the 9 weeks that I had her, and it just was perfect that I was able to start a puppy and be able to give her to Marjorie, and Marjorie did the work. So, yep.
Well, I feel like Annie did the work more than anything because Annie gave her such a great foundation. But Fate has just been just a wonderful companion, and she'll continue to be a wonderful, wonderful companion. Fate is just an all-around, just wonderful dog. I can't say much more about Fate. I love Fate, and I'm so truly happy that she's going to Elaine, and she's going to go ahead and have a wonderful life being a guide dog and helping Elaine.
Congratulations to Fate and Elaine. Our next graduate is Matthew Van Fossen. Matt resides in Los Angeles, California. Matt is a minister and leads meditations. He enjoys playing his guitar and taking long walks along the beach. Matt is receiving his 3rd guide dog, Dean, a male yellow Labrador Retriever raised by Helen Sumi of Rancho Palos Verdes, California, and Cheryl Tui of Manhattan Beach, California.
Thanks. Hello. They saved the best one for the last. But actually, as I was listening to everyone talk, I was noticing how every single person has the best dog here. And I think that's really true because as I was talking to Helen and Cheryl, before the graduation, they were telling me that Dean was the best puppy they had ever raised. And I admit, when I first met Dean, I was still kind of like, okay, where am I? I'm in this new place, and I'd just been on the airplane in the airport for 12 hours, and so getting in was a little rough. But it then, as I don't know, it was like 2 or 3 days in, and I was already in love with him. It was amazing. He's an amazing dog, and so sweet, so affectionate, and also an amazing guide. He's good at working. He loves to go for the kibble, and he gets the job done. So, so I want to tell you guys a joke. What do you call a tennis match between Ray Charles and Stevie Wonder? Eternal love. So I'm getting a little taste of eternal love here with Dean, and I really can't thank you enough, everyone. I mean, I do a lot of volunteer work myself, so I understand how it's instant giving back. It's like it's an instant way to experience gratification, doing something you love for someone else. So this is like a big love fest as far as I'm concerned, and I'm glad to be a part of it. I'll hand it over.
Okay, I've known a lot of dogs. And when I became a puppy raiser, I got to know a lot more dogs. And so those of us who've known a lot of dogs, we can put together like a very long, long list of the things we like, the things we don't like, the things we want, the things we don't want. And then when you're working with raising a working dog, that list automatically doubles. And Dean here checked off every single one of my boxes. There wasn't anything that I could add to the list that Dean didn't have. So, as you can imagine, he was a joy to raise, and when he got recalled, the trainers loved him, and when he became class ready, we were overjoyed. Then, nothing. Month after month after month, we heard nothing. No matches, so it's getting worried about Dean, wondering if this guide dog thing was for me because of the frustration. So since I believe that these matches are made in heaven, I started to pray. When I mean pray, it was kind of like complaining. Why is this taking so long? Well, he's a perfect dog, and why? So as I'm unloading all my complaints and unloading all my worries and unloading all my insecurities, I realized under all this, I realized that I should be grateful that extra time was being given to him because this match was going to be amazing. And being paired with a published author and one of his books is about a guide dog, that's amazing. So thank you for autographing the book for us. But more than that, thank you for being the answer to our prayers. And congratulations.
So I raised Dean as a baby puppy, and I have to say that he is another perfect little puppy from GDB. He never got into anything, never chewed on anything, didn't even play with the toilet paper. But I have to say he came home to me, and for his first 2 months, he had the perfect big brother and mentor in Adonis, who actually happens to be here. Dean, wherever Adonis would go, Dean was right there with him, just following him everywhere. But he didn't like chew on his ears or hang on to the extra skin of his jowls and with his tiny puppy teeth. He just laid with him and cuddled with him and laid anywhere with him where he had to be touching Adonis, and Adonis took it. He never just stood up and walked away from him. Even when Dean followed him into his crate and they had to sleep in this crate together. But Dean is the most kind, gentle, sweet soul. And we're so excited to see all his new adventures with you, Matt.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations to Matt and Dean. And let's give one more big round of applause for our California Class 997 Guide Dog team. I'm going to pass the mic off to Danielle Toyster, a Master Guide Dog Mobility Instructor, who's going to be talking us through a brief training demo of clicker training.
Thank you so much, Allie. All right. Well, I'm very happy to be here with you today to talk about clicker training. So during formal training, our dogs learn most of the skills involved with guide work using a clicker. The clicker marks the exact behavior that we want the dog to repeat. Clicker training makes communication consistent and timely. Better than praise or food alone. But the very first step for clicker training is that we have to pair the sound of the click with food. We call this clicker loading. Once the dog understands that the click means food, we can now pair the click with a desired behavior. For example, when a guide dog stops for a curb, they'll get a click, and then they think food is coming. And they are likely to repeat the behavior of stopping for a curb again in the future in anticipation of getting that reward. So to demonstrate how clicker training is done by our clients, we have resident advisor Marissa and her guide dog, Jim. Marissa will teach Jim to locate an empty chair using a technique called back chaining. For this technique, you start at the end goal, in this case, the empty chair, and slowly, link by link, increase the distance from the target. So Jim is already clicker loaded, so Marissa will now teach him how to target her hand. This is what we call a hand target. Whenever Jim touches her closed fist, Marissa will click to let him know that he's correct, and then he'll get his food reward. Then, once he's successfully targeting the hand target, she'll move on and use that hand target on the new target she wants to train him to, the empty chair. This is the actual desired target. So she'll place her closed fist on the edge of that empty chair, and then, as you see, he'll touch it, and he'll get a click and some food. Then, as Jim is successfully targeting the fist on the chair, Marissa will begin adding more distance, adding link by link. First, just going 1 step back, then 2 steps back, 3 steps back. And if you notice, Jim has made that connection between the goal of targeting her hand to actually applying it to the empty chair. He's made that bridge between handler and guide of what she would actually like him to ultimately target. Once he's reliably targeting the chair, then she'll pick up the handle and he'll work towards that empty chair, where he'll again receive his food reward. As he shows he's understanding the goal at that distance, she'll go back a little further even, and maybe even include the cue word chair as he works up to it. The final goal is for Jim to work from a further distance, all the way across the room from the lobby doors. Do you guys think he'll find the empty chair? What a happy boy. Very good. Nice work, Jim. So this simple targeting technique can be used in the client's home area to teach their guide dog a variety of things, such as targeting ATM machines, pedestrian crosswalk buttons, bus stops. The list goes on. Thank you so much, Marissa and Jim, for showing this demonstration today. And I will now pass the mic over to Stephanie Zabitz for some closing remarks.
Great. Thank you, Danielle. Well, I wanted to thank everybody here for joining us today, especially in person. I think no better than to stay warm inside with all these wonderful stories, all these wonderful graduates on a rainy day. If you know anyone, or if you yourself are interested in volunteering, joining our staff, or know anyone who would benefit from our services, please visit us at guidedogs.com. So our website, guidedogs.com. If you would like to make a donation to support our mission, please text partnerships 50155. Text partnerships to 50155. And for our viewers at home, thank you for joining us virtually. This ends the live stream, but we do hope to see you soon. And for everyone here today, we have some refreshments over in the fireside room or the lobby, and they're just right over there. We also have a gift shop just kind of up at the corner of campus that provides a lot of things like clothes, gifts, and dog toys. So thank you again.